Well, I just got back from Calcutta in India, and I was out there for the CII, the Confederation of Indian Industry. They had their ICT East conference for this year, and I was speaking there. I guess some of the most interesting stuff that I noticed there over the couple of days. I mean, obviously, apart from there being some well-known speakers like Raman Roy, probably the father of BPO in India, um, and and people that were advising on human resources, like Jeff Ross, who was also from the UK, director of Assessment Tomorrow, and Sanjay Jha from Dale Carnegie out in India. Obviously, there were these people talking about the human resource issue in India, and managing that kind of supply and demand gap. I think probably the most interesting thing for me was the session that I was personally involved in, which was more to do with getting companies in West Bengal to look outside of India and to look at how they can get business from other regions. One of the things that I was particularly keen on is promoting the idea of blogging. When I spoke to an audience and asked them, "Did you blog anything about the day one of the conference?" Of course, no hands went up. So, that was a telling indicator that nobody there was blogging or involved in podcasting or in any form of sort of Web 2.0. So, it was quite interesting to talk about that, but to talk about it in the context of not just this being, a fun thing to do, but of how you can actually use that to raise your profile as a smaller or medium-sized company in a part of the world where, potential customers may not have visited. So that was really interesting, and I think that certainly a lot of companies in that part of the world, and potentially any of the countries that are developing a fast-growing BPO or ITO industry, really for the SME sector, stuff like blogging should be a given. It almost costs nothing, and it gives an ability to raise your head above the level of all the other companies that are similarly competing. Because let's face it, for something like web development, it's very difficult to tell one company from another. When everybody is equally competent, how on earth do you distinguish them? And quite often that's done on the culture of the company and how the managers behave and how the managers give an opinion of what they do and the industry around them, which is pretty much all cultural connectivity, but that stuff is really important. And one of the key ways that you can achieve that is through blogging. So I think that it's really important that we start seeing more and more SMEs actually blogging and utilizing social networks to actually reach out and talk to potential clients. I just want to mention quickly, I was pleased to find that when I got back home after the conference, I got an email and a couple of messages from Mutrey Basu, who works at MSR. And it was just interesting to note that she'd actually started blogging just because of the conference. So that's a good thing. I mean, it's nice to see that some of these events do actually change people's behavior.